Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. Just a quick video here. As you can see, I'm out in the garage, and I've been getting a lot of emails and comments about the Buddy's Workshop channel. Well, honestly, the way the weather's been, it's been nice, so a lot of my time has been outside doing different things, and just haven't had time to get here in the garage to shoot any videos at all. So that's about to change. As you know, it's turning cold now, and we've been out here doing a few things and getting this and that, but I thought I'd announce this on the main channel, and I don't know if any of y'all have seen the other channel, but I do have a second YouTube channel. Yeah, I see the Buddy's Workshop. I've only got like 106 subscribers at the moment. There's only 3 videos up. Like I said, just haven't had the time to do a whole lot of videoing out here because, in the summertime you're out in the yard working and this and that. But I have been doing some things here in the shop, and I have made some videos. Just haven't had time to edit and upload them. So I'll be doing that sometime here in the near future. Like I say, as it gets cold, we start doing a lot of other things inside instead of outside. One of the things I have did some modifications to the lathe. I know several people asked when I was going to do some more lathe videos. I've upgraded the spindle bearings to taper roller bearings, and got rid of the old standard ball bearings. Lathe runs much better now. I was watching a video from Queen over at Blondie Hacks, and she does a lot of machining videos and tutorials, and she had showed a collet chuck that she had put on her lathe. Now my lathe has a moist taper 3 in the spindle, so a moist taper 3 to ER32 collet chuck. I don't know if you can see that or not on the camera or not, but yeah, that's a ER32 collet chuck, and I just got a drawbar going through the lathe, as you can see. And one reason why I did it like this, I'm gonna make an adapter to make a spindexer to go in the back of this thing. So there'll be a lock here with a pin and basically a degree wheel with holes in it. So you can come in here and I can put the tool post drilling rig on here. It's just another fixture that mounts to the tool post that has a small drill on it, so you can drill different things in a particular pattern or whatever. So yeah, got the spindle bearing changed out. Got the ER32 collet chuck. So in the toolbox here, you can see I got a whole set of collets, ER32 collets. This goes from size 02 all the way up to size 20. When I bought the moist taper 3 collet set, all this came in the kit, and it goes from a 1/8 up to a 3/4 collet. And you see none of these has even been used yet. Cheapest collet chuck I ever run across, so you can't beat that at all. But I think this whole kit was $69. Down here I have a carriage lock, and I also added a cam lock for the tailstock, so you can move the tailstock around and lock it down. All this is made here in the shop. None of that is store-bought stuff. Real simple design, just a cam on this pivot pin that goes through, and it moves this block up and down, and that tightens up the mount. So yeah, that works real nice. I did some work on the cross slide. I still want to do some more work on it to get it a little bit more rigid. One thing that I'm going to be doing is if I want to set this compound at 30 degrees. You basically got to wind this thing all the way out, and I got it tight right now because I've added these extra bolts in here to get more rigidity in this top slide. But you have to wind this thing all the way out, loosen up 2 bolts, turn it, hope you got it right, tighten it down, slide it back on, and check it. Well, there's a modification I'm going to do for that sometime here in the near future, so we'll be working on that. But that'll make this a whole lot better. Added this stop, and you can also put a dial indicator on it. You can loosen it up, slide it wherever you want, so you can make a little more precision cut. Same thing here on the back. I added this. This is adjustable. You can move it in and out like you want. So when you want to make some precision cuts, pretty easy to do. That helps a whole lot with this lathe. I just couldn't see getting a 2-axis DRO and put on it when the dial indicators will get just about what you want. We'll get to that in just a minute, but I've added a horizontal bandsaw. This is a Harbor Freight unit, and I've done a video on it. I just haven't had time to edit and upload it. But one thing that I like about it, you can raise this up, take these 2 bolts out and this bolt, and it's got a table that mounts on it. So then it's a vertical bandsaw. So that thing works pretty good. And one reason why I went with this one, because Steve Summers, if you ever watched his channel, he happened to have one, and he gave it a good review, and he added a cooling system to his. So I'll probably be doing that sometime in the future. Another addition, I was in a place one day. This is the titanium MiG 140. Now, I had one of those old cheaper, can't remember what brand it was. It was a blue one. The mechanism that feeds the wire was just wore slam out. So I was in Harbor Freight one day, and I saw this one as is, no warranty, missing parts. And what it was missing was the MiG gun and one of the rollers for 035 wire, and the manual and the tank regulator. Well, I got this thing for 200 bucks. This thing sells for close to 500, and I ordered the new MiG gun. That was like 80 bucks. Ordered the missing rollers. I already had a better flow regulator. So and picked up this little cart and modified, made a handle put on it, and it works real good. That was probably one of the best $200 I ever spent. So back to this old milling machine. It is now dedicated as a drill press. Bent, I'm not sure, but I just cannot get the problem with this is moist taper 2. And when I put a moist taper 2 or call it chuck and try to hold an end mill, it's got about 20 thousandths run out in it. So I think the spindle is messed up. I have gone in and reground the moist taper 2, and that helped a little bit, but it still just isn't precision enough for milling. So it's now a dedicated drill press. So now it comes to this. This is the Central Machinery mini mill. Sorry about that glare. And I picked this up. This was some help from a local viewer that kind of donated it to the channel. And I'm gonna tell you, it's done a great job Now there is some problems with this mill. Now this thing was brand new in the box when I got it, never been used. It was still crated up. And one of the things that's wrong about, or bad about this mill, is between the motor and the transmission, it uses a gear. And basically it's a 32th gear. Now you can see exactly what's happened to this one. So this is actually a 3D printed gear. It's called a quiet gear that I had ordered. I think I give like 17 bucks for this thing. I 3D printed a few of them myself, and as you can see, they just didn't hold up too good. And one of the reasons was I didn't use 100% infill, and it's just PLA material. I actually needed to go to some kind of carbon fiber composite. And I don't have the original gear that was in it out here, but one tooth got broke off in it, and I was using a fly cutter. And here's another problem with this mill. If I've got this locked. Well, sorry about having to do all this handheld today. Now on the front you got a fine feed. Now you can actually see how much backlash is in this thing. Now the head is locked so it can't move. So that shows you the amount of back feed. And that's what caused me to break my first gear. I was coming down on the part with a fly cutter, and I was dialing in the cut, and the head actually had dropped. So now we look at the third issue with this mill. It uses the spring-loaded arm to hold the head up. Now watch what happens when I loosen the head. See that? That caused that thing to drop down just enough so when I hit the metal it was down about 50 thousandths instead of the 5 thousandths I was looking for. It hit the part, stopped the mill, broke the gear. This gear has lasted about a month. It has worked real good. Like I say, it was $22 with shipping, and I got that off on eBay. I will not be buying no more of those. I went to Grizzly and picked up a whole bag of the original gears for $1 a piece, and it was 10 of them. So I went ahead and ordered 10 of them, and it took me about 2 months to get them. But you know, you can't beat that for $1 a piece. So a lot of people has come up with putting a metal gear in it, or doing away with this. Little machine shop sells a kit that converts this from a gear to a drive belt. And both of those have issues also. The metal gear, the thing is, if you do lock the spindle up and the power supply doesn't kick out, then something else in this chain is going to break. Hopefully not the internal gears inside the transmission, because they are made of plastic also. When you go to the belt drive, this machine is real quiet. It gains RPM, but you lose on your low end torque. So you know, you take it all in stride and just go with it on just what you want to do. Me, I'd rather stay away from the metal gear. I think I'll just stick with the plastic. I really can't see spending $150 for a conversion kit to go to belt. It would be nice if I'm out here making videos and running the belt drive, then it would be a lot quieter in the video. But you know, for 150 bucks, may be a good investment, may not be. It's always hard to say. Now, the one thing that I do like about this mill is that it doesn't use a moist taper. It uses a R8 tapered shank. This is the drill chuck, and you can see just how big and healthy that is, and you ain't got to worry about bending that. And for putting attachments on, I'll just grab one. This is the 3/8. This is a 3/8 collet chuck, R8 taper. And it just slides up in there and locks, and then you got a drawbar on the top. One other thing I will mention about the lathe, one of the other issues is that with the standard gearing, it uses an 80 tooth gear for the carriage feed, and it still moves a little too fast. So the way to overcome that is that you can see I got this stack of gears here. This is the change gears for threading. I 3D printed 2 gears. These are 110 and 100 tooth. So you got a 100 tooth gear and a 110 tooth gear. And you see there's the 80s here. And you can see the size comparison. With those 100 tooth or 110 tooth gear, it slows this carriage down a lot. And the slower the carriage moving, the better finish you're going to have. It really does a nice job. But so I got videos on doing several things, and I'll be getting them uploaded on the garage channel sometime here in the future. We just have to see how things go. Anyway, guys, that's about it for right now. I just wanted to give an update and let everybody know just what's going on here in the garage. Like I say, you know, it's just been so busy with outside stuff and 2 acres of grass to keep cut and this and that. So just haven't been able to get out here and make a lot of YouTube videos in the garage. But it's turning cool now. I've already got the old floor heater sitting here ready to go. So we'll be getting out here making some videos. Alright, guys, till the next time, we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.